Ghana, known as Gold Coast, is located in the West Africa on the northern shore of the Gulf of Guinea. Ghana has rich and diverse culture and friendly people, and it is one of the fastest growing economies in Africa. Winfred Hammond, Ghana's ambassador to China, has a close relationship with China since he was a child. From being an observer to a witness, Hammond has gained a deeper understanding of China's development and more expectations for the future of Ghana-China relations.
Well, I knew about China when I was young, because I remember when the Premier Zhou Enlai visited Ghana. I remember very well. This is how I got to know about China and knew about how Ghana and China started their relationship. China was one place I was always looking forward to be. I had worked with international community organizations for many years, but China I never had opportunity until 2013 when I was working with the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. That brought me here on a special mission. Would have loved to show you pictures I had with the great professor who developed the hybrid rice, Professor Yanom Ping. We have great respect for this professor. Person who really used his brains to develop a way to produce that crop with a technology that gives us 10, 15, 20 times what normally you would gain. Is somebody that we respect a lot. So that was my first time. Now coming as an ambassador was at another level, and I was super excited about the privilege to come here and to really get to know better the Chinese people, the systems.
Hammond has changed his position from an observer to a witness. The image of China in his mind has become more real, diverse, and multidimensional.
The first thing I noticed when I got here was the clean air environment. And I think one country that has quickly adopted the sustainable development goals is China. Paying attention to the environment, the greening of the country, I think is one big step that has brought about many changes. Each province, each place you go to, are very proud to show to you their culture. As we move from one place to the other, we see the different changes in all the culture and all the food types. Wise, of course, I couldn't close my eyes to the agricultural development of different places. That was my primary goal of coming here, and already pick a lot. We pick a lot from how the people, the rural people, have been involved in the national development. Actually, if you want to develop a country, your focus should be in the rural areas, where most places you have majority of the people. You should, what you have done here, in trying to really provide basic needs of the people, making sure that their health needs, their education, all the infrastructure needs, all have been met, and this time with a view of protecting your environment. So the issue of renewable energy and all those things are very important things that we took notice of, and I think we went back with that excitement.
Hammond is glad to see a China that is moving forward because he believes that Ghana and China are partners on the road of development.
One thing that we know in Ghana is our biggest investor and trading partner is China. For us, from electric power generation, building of roads and bridges and whatnot, manufacturing, in various sectors, in agriculture, in Unlimited, we have many industrial parks where Chinese are very much involved. They are involved in our ports, in our railways, in all of that. I think Africa had a huge potential. We think that we have opportunity, and our markets are very fragmented. We're looking at an integration of an African market, which it's going to be very huge. But how do you do that? We take advantage of the Belt and Road Initiative, which is one of the huge things ever for me in the world. You look at the framework on China-Africa cooperation, the FOCAC, which all provide you with actionable areas that will help you to improve connectivity within Africa, even looking at telecommunication, but road, air, rail, all interconnectivity, all means of connecting each other to facilitate trading among us. In Ghana, most places you go today, you have a lot of issues. People who are looking for good quality building materials. In telecommunication, Chinese cell phones and whatnot are over the place. But we're also looking at biscuits and candies and whatnot. Electronics in general. I think there's no limit to Chinese products that you find online. There was a time I was looking at a bed that could be converted into many things, but of course comes from China. I saw it online before I came here and I said, okay, I'm now going to China. When I get here, I'll look for, so there's so much that China is offering online for many Ghanaians and Africans in general, because I have worked and traveled within over more than 37 African countries, and I can tell you that the feeling is the same across Africa.